What's up, superstars? We're going to be showing you guys how to make a heavy metal shirt with DTF transfers. We'll be covering up the basics, the artwork, as well as heat pressing this onto a finished shirt. This is the image we're going to be using today. With the help of MidJourney AI, we were able to generate a Norwegian Viking playing metal guitar with lightning raining down on him, storming weather as he's in a triumph battle position. That was the prompt that we used. I think they nailed it down pretty well. What do you guys think? Well, this was also our favorite version, so what we're gonna do is take this image and transform it to a wearable, breathable DTF t-shirt design. This current image is super detailed, but it's heavy and it's an all-around print, so although it looks nice, it won't feel as desirable as you could get when you do a black knockout alongside with proper halftones. So follow alongside as we break this down for you guys. If you wanna follow alongside with this tutorial and use the artwork, guess what? It's now available in the description below. And yes, we're gonna be giving this sample shirt to a random winner, so watch till the very end and see what we're going to be giving away.
In this video, I'm going to show you how we're going to turn this artwork into a streetwear shirt design. This image that we have originally looks pretty grainy. There's a lot of grain in the artwork and it's not very clear. The first thing we always have to do, if possible, is to upscale our artwork. Once you drag your artwork into the upscale tool, the default setting should be fine. Select the image and drag it in here. Then choose General Photo and select the output folder. You can choose whichever folder you want. I'm just going to use the default. Once you press Upscale, we'll have to wait. When it's done, the changes will be automatically visible and quite noticeable. Let's compare the two. This one looks pretty grainy and almost blurry, but the new one is very sharp and high quality. I'm very satisfied with it, so let's use the upscaled one. The first step I always like to do is create a copy and keep the original as a backup. This non-destructive method ensures that if we make a mistake, we can always revert to the original. What I want to do is create a layer mask on this layer and then let's brush it. We'll use a soft brush with black color. We'll paint over some parts that we want to remove. So it's always up to you what you want to remove and what you want to keep, but I'm very satisfied with this one. Maybe something like this. And now that it's here, the next thing we'd like to do is probably add some text. Of course, a lot of shirts have text, especially streetwear styles. And let's just say triumphant. And yeah, of course, the font doesn't really fit well, so let's try this font. This font is called Cora Gorge, and maybe something like this. Let's make it slightly bigger. Let's press Ctrl T and then right-click and choose Warp. Right above, you'll see some settings. So this is a very trial and error part of the process, so it's really up to you. Let's press enter and check to apply the effect. It still looks pretty weird, so let's change the color of the font, maybe to red. Then press Ctrl T again. Let's try pressing and holding Shift while dragging onto the font, stretching it up like this. Now that looks a lot better. So I'm going to erase some of the overlapping areas now. This looks a lot better than what we started with. Let's try to move it right here, a few more to the right. If you press X, the white and the black will swap colors. When you paint on the white, it will actually restore some of the deleted areas like this. So if you're not satisfied with your first edit, you can always bring back some of the areas that you want to restore. Or maybe something like this is pretty dope. Now I want to add some texture. I got this texture from Google and I want to add it to our font like this. Just bring it up right on top of your font, then press Ctrl Alt G and it'll make a clipping mask. Now you see the font is very similar to our texture, but of course it replaced the color. So let's change the blending option. Multiply, it looks very good. Now our font is textured. It now looks something like this. Now that we're almost done with the artwork itself, let's put in a solid color for the background. Let's make it black. So I'm really satisfied with this one. Just have to move it to the side and make it a bit centered. Let's rasterize these layers. Once you rasterize that layer, press Ctrl E to merge them. Then let's make another copy. Right-click, duplicate. Then in the document, let's press New and press OK. In the new document, let's turn this one into grayscale. In this step, we are going to be doing the black knockout. Go to Image Adjustments, Curves. Let's try to do some more editing in this. So the white areas are the parts that are going to remain, and the black areas are the ones that are going to be knocked out. We want to keep as much white area on this artwork. And also the gray areas, as you can see, are the ones that are going to be half-toned. So I'm pretty satisfied with this. Most of the details have been kept. Let's go to mode, bitmap, flatten layers, and press OK. So now it looks like the halftone is pretty small. Let's just delete this layer and go back to our document. Let's change the size of this to a 300 resolution and 15 inches in height. The upscaled one is at 200 inches, so it's pretty big. The tones ended up pretty small. So let's try it again. Right-click, duplicate the layer, new, press OK, then let's turn this into grayscale. Let's edit the curve. Then go to Image, Adjustment, and Levels. Yeah, maybe something like this. Or even more darker on the inside like that. And once you're satisfied, press on Image Mode and Bitmap. Now that the resolution is at 300 and using the halftone screen, press OK. Let's stick to 35 and an angle of 22, then press OK. Now, as you can see, the halftones are bigger, and it's actually very, very satisfied with how the halftone turned out. Once you're done, press Ctrl-A to select everything, copy everything. Even if this layer is locked, it doesn't need to be unlocked. As long as you see that this selection is being active, just press Ctrl-C. Then let's go back to our original document. Make a mask again, press Alt and left click. It'll take you to the mask layer, but it's all white. Now we are pasting our layer here. Press Ctrl-V, then Ctrl-D to deselect. And let's enable the visibility again. Let's toggle it back on. It'll look like this, which looks pretty awkward. But if we add some black background to it, it should look like this, which looks pretty sick. Now that we're done, let's delete this and trim this one so that the size can be as accurate as possible. Press Alt-IR to trim so all the empty layers will disappear. So it means that there are layers here that are not very visible, but there are still pixels here, as you can see, yeah? So maybe let's try pressing C to crop and grab it and bring it here, something like that. So we want to be as close to the artwork as possible. Then let's resize it back to what we wanted. 15 inches from top to bottom in height and 10.4 inches in width. I'm very satisfied with it. So let's say this artwork, and yeah, this is how we make an artwork for a streetwear design with a black knockout halftone.
Our artwork is all printed and set to go. Before we proceed, if you're looking for a dependable DTF supplier or if your current one isn't meeting your needs, take a look at the link in the description. We specialize in custom DTF transfers for apparel and UV stickers for various surfaces. We're dedicated to offering reliable service, premium quality, and quick delivery in a broad spectrum of vibrant colors. All right, let's check out these graphics. We're checking out the first one, seeing how heavy this is. This is the graphic. And this is how the back looks like. See, this will be very heavy on a shirt. So what we did was actually knock out the black in the background and also did some halftone effects around with the clouds, making this a lot more breathable, as well as also adding other things and textures, triumph, just so we could add it to more of a metal band effect. Let's just check the back side too, just so you could really just check out and see what we did. These are more of the halftones that we did right here, making sure we also keep a lot of the detail. All right, let's move on to what shirt we're going to be using. For our blank tee, we have a US blank side seam extra large, 100% combed and ring spun cotton jersey. The model number we'll be using is a US 2000. This shirt comes in a small all the way to a 3XL. If you're considering buying blanks made by US blanks, then I'll drop a link down below for you guys. All right, let's continue with the press. For heat presses, we got a standard heat press. We would leave a link in the description, but they do not make this model anymore. But yeah, we're just gonna use a regular 15 by 15 heat press. All right, there you guys have it. Thanks for tuning in, superstars. That's the technique for achieving a black knockout effect while properly using halftones. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Remember to bookmark it for easy access later. We aim to enhance your DTF skills. As promised, we're giving away this shirt to one lucky viewer. Head to the comments and let us know your favorite t-shirt, blank, and where you're from. We're randomly gonna pick a winner in a few weeks. It's time for me to sign off now. Thank you all for watching. Your support means everything to us. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe for more tutorials.